Hello and welcome. I'm Lisa Steindorf, and I'm excited that you're joining us for our live event. All right, then, let's dive in. So, as I said, tonight we're going to be talking about the genius of non-judgment, which is a subject very dear to my heart. So, the deepest fear we have, the fear beneath all fears, is the fear of not measuring up, the fear of judgment. It's this fear that creates the stress and depression of everyday life. I know all of you are well-wishing here with us this evening. I wouldn't expect anything else. However, I'm going to suggest that you have had a number of judgments since the moment that you walked in tonight, or since you've turned on the television. And I'm going to suggest that you think about what those judgments were, whether it's about the space we're in, or about me. And maybe some of you say, I don't have any judgments. No. What if I had 3,000 people in front of me, and each person has 3 judgments about me? It's 9,000 judgments. Now, what would I need to do or think or be to actually arrive and do this, knowing that I haven't even started yet, that there are 9,000 judgments about me? What do you think? What would I need to do or think or be? So we take the experiences, we take our personal perceptions, and we evaluate them according to a measurement that actually only belongs to facts. You with me? That's where we get into trouble, all right? So the discomfort comes from not the judgments that are, if somebody said, a judgment is also, well, gee, that's a really pretty green shirt that you have on. Or, wow, this chocolate cake is really moist and wonderful. Or that music is amazing to move with. Those are not the judgments that we have difficulties with, okay? The judgments that we have difficulties with that cause our discomfort are the ones that are incorrect, wrong, or bad. Now, those are the judgments either we have for ourselves, that we put on ourselves, or that we put on other people. How could she possibly wear a green shirt with sparklies on the wrists on a television show? Like, who does that, right? Or who does a television show in general? The one where we get our discomfort is when we are making things wrong, bad, or incorrect, when they're simply valid. And we're going to go into this a little bit more. Can you see why that would be difficult?
I think some people are scared of being judged about their judgment. So it becomes very difficult to say a quote-unquote bad or incorrect judgment because you don't want to be judged for that judgment.
Exactly, right? Exactly. So we end up, perfect. So we end up doing this tiptoeing around, right? We recognize that, there's going to be disagreement. That's already in the room. And now we don't want to be judged for the disagreement. We don't want to stand out or be difficult or be like different other people. So we end up doing all these adjustments for ourselves, which makes it quite difficult, right? And now if you have 3,000, 9,000 judgments, you're handicapped. I mean, how are you going to move with that? Judgments separate us, right? Because as soon as either we judge ourselves or somebody else is judging us, a wall comes up, because then it's their way is right or wrong, or my way is right or wrong, and then there's a division. If there's a validity, if it can all stand in the same room at the same time and it's all valid, then there's no reason for us to disconnect with one another. The judgments that bother us are the ones we carry for ourselves. We have learned very carefully to use our judgments and our not wants to motivate us, right? And also pain, no gain, all of these things. And often people will get to the point of it has to be really bad, really hard, really difficult, whatever it is, in order to make any move. Because we've gotten used to living life in such a way that we don't focus on, or we don't have thriving as our standard. We have avoidance of not thriving, or we have avoidance of not feeling good as our standard. Just turn on any kind of television commercial, right? Whether it's back pain or, whatever it is, you're missing hair, or I don't know what all the things are, right? That could possibly go wrong in life. They're going to let you know what it is, and now you don't want that. So you're constantly bombarded with you're constantly being trained to think of what you don't want and to move away from that. And what I can assure you is if you have values and integrity, which I am trusting every person here and listening to this does have, you have those values and integrity and you let those guide you, you can trust your wants and your desires. We've not been taught that. So when you start trusting your wants and your desires and you use that as your motivation, instead of the inflexibility or the discomfort or whatever it is, your life is going to have a totally different flavor to it. Even if you don't get to the goals that you're trying to achieve, you're going to have a lot more fun. And thank you again. Until next time, be well.